An all-road bike is one that straddles the grey area between road and gravel. For some, that makes them compromised, but for others, this blend is perfect for a huge amount of riding, meaning that you can save money buying just one bike for two disciplines. Here are 9 of the best that we've reviewed or can't wait to ride. The Specialized Roubaix SL8 Sport is the latest incarnation of Specialized long-standing and successful Roubaix endurance bike. The present range features future shock suspension hidden under the stem, a compact frame, a carbon seat post, and dropped seat stays for comfort, as well as some aerodynamic benefits. The bike has tyre clearance up to 40mm, putting it firmly into all-road and kind of light gravel riding territory. In fact, the brand's overworked marketing team claims the Roubaix SL8 is lighter, faster, and smoother than any road bike ever made. The Roubaix ride is certainly impressively smooth over surfaces ranging from rough country lanes to rutted grit and gravel, without sacrificing speed. The only thing that I'm not still sure about is the suspension front end. What do you think? This next one sits more towards the road end, but the Endurace's space for 35mm tyres means it will cope perfectly well with smoother gravel. The latest design brings plenty of the aerodynamic lessons learned from the Pro Tour focused Aeroad, including the innovative Aero Cockpit one-piece bar and stem. You've also got some in-frame storage in the top tube for stashing ride essentials. So while the 30 and 32mm tyres fitted might not be ideal for gravel riding, with a quick tyre change this would be a very speedy all-road option. The Lauf Uthald sports a fresh take on endurance bike geometry, though the looks won't be for everyone. A notably relaxed head angle and extended fork trail combine to create a very stable handling bike, which will favour gravel roads. That said, on the road it has been called a bit dull. A good value spec list plays to the Uthald's strengths as a comfortable long-distance bike. Fettlers will appreciate the lack of an integrated cockpit, which makes servicing just a little bit easier, while components can be swapped out with little trouble. All in, this Lauf combines decent speed with a relaxed, comfortable ride quality and excellent value for money. All things right at the top of most people's wish lists. Things are unclear these days when it comes to drop bar bike classifications, and the new Enve Fray, well, it's pretty representative of that. The Fray joins the Roubaix in offering space for 40mm tyres, though this does drop to 38mm at the back if you run a 2x drivetrain. Despite the Fray's gravel-like clearance, it still maintains its essence as a performance road bike, with the larger tyre capacity serving somewhat as a bonus feature. If you can get past the price, yep, that is $5,500 for the frame set alone. The only real downside is the slightly understated colour choices. Oscar's long-term test bike took him through some epic rides in 2023. It got him through the 420km Paddington Express, and he managed to complete the ridiculously hilly 300km Dragon Devil Epic, with the best part of 4,000 meters elevation. The boy really does put the miles in. With space for 34mm tyres, this is a bike which is suited more to endurance road rides, but if you want a comfy road bike that can venture onto some smoother gravel, this would be a good way to go. Oscar wasn't impressed by the ergonomics of the SRAM rival shifters, however, so you might want to look at one of the other builds. Giant's latest iteration of its award-winning endurance platform, the Defy, is lighter, smoother, and incorporates aero lessons learned from the brand's Propel Aero road bike. But it's also got space for 38mm tyres, opening the bike up to lighter gravel riding and making this an excellent all-road choice. In his review, Warren was hugely impressed by the 2024 Defy, though there are significantly cheaper options in the range. This Advanced Zero model is a much better deal, for example, at just £3,700. The fact that Connor Swift raced the Dogma X in Gravel Worlds shows what a capable bike this is. The most obvious frame feature is this kind of weird seat stay arrangement, which Pinarello says improves compliance. Outside of those jazzy stays, there's clearance for 35mm wide road bike tyres, and the bike uses a more endurance-focused geometry compared to the Dogma F. Oscar tested this one and loved the exciting ride and the rear end comfort. It's not perfect though. The bike doesn't descend as well as it rides on the flat, and that price tag is a hard pill to swallow. Still, I don't think that you're going to see many of these in the wild unless your version of wild is Richmond Park gravel. Coming in at a fraction of the price of that Dogma, the Scultura Endurance 4000 is an entry-level, endurance-based road bike with space for 35mm tyres. It may not have quite the same features list as a more expensive bike, but it's an excellent ride, good value for money, and the spec list is very well considered. Its price is actually the same as last year. Now, considering the recent bike price rises and the upgrade to the latest 12-speed 105 group set, that's a commendable achievement. The sensible money then should be spent here. Fairlight says the Strael 4.0 blends the performance of a steel race bike with the comfort of an endurance bike. It claims the bike with its 39mm tyre clearance will enable you to ride comfortably on wet, slippy and rough roads, and that it can handle gravel too. You can also spec it to your preferences. I've chosen a 105 Di2 group set and even gone for a set of Son dynamo lights, because frankly, I'm terrible at remembering to charge my lights. If you're not bothered by dynamo lights, then there are carbon wheel options available from Hunt and DT Swiss, while Fairlight offers, well, sensible spares like a mech hanger when you buy. It's the little things like that and the smartly integrated mudguard mounts that make us very excited to test this bike. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that review, and why not check out some of the best value bikes in early 2025? They're right here. Go do it.